Okay, hi y'all. So today we are going to talk about my nighttime skincare routine. I'm using some natural daylight just so that you can see my skin a little bit more like true to itself, because I have two big studio lights that I normally film with, and it just like gets rid of a lot of shit. Like when you just have that much bright light on you, it makes my skin look like so flawless and like all one tone, even though I have some pretty intense redness sometimes. Yeah, so hopefully the light's probably going to be changing because it's a little bit of a cloudy day, but hopefully that doesn't bother you too much. Yeah, so this is going to be a lot different from my morning routine, because my morning routine is like super chill and pretty straightforward, and my nighttime routine is a little bit more intense. I feel like I should explain the things that I use and why I use them the way that I do a little bit more, because I use some like different stuff. So yeah, so I will be just explaining my skincare and what I do to you guys. It might be a little bit of a longer video, I'm not really sure yet, but let's just get right into it. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, if you want to see more of this stuff. I definitely plan on doing a completely separate dedicated video to my journey with acne. Believe it or not, I used to have cystic acne, so yeah, my skin has come a long way and I really like the products that I've been using, so hopefully these can work for you. At least one of them, or they can give you an idea of something that you might want to try. So first I want to start by telling you my skin type. I have dry and acne prone skin. I have gone to dermatologists and I have been told by professionals that my skin issue is that the top layer of my skin is so dry and so hard that what little like natural skin oils that I produce can't break through that top layer. So I basically just started life with like clogged pores. So that is why I also get acne. So basically my goal for my skin isn't to fight acne. And if you have acne, I'll definitely go more into this with my acne journey. But I want to tell you right now that if you have acne and that's what you are trying to like fight per se, you're gonna be fighting a losing battle. So my goal with my skin, since my problem is that that top layer is too like hard and dry, and that's why I get acne, my goal is not to fight the acne, it is to keep the top layer of my skin smooth and dry skin free and very moisturized, so that it is soft enough for my natural oils to come through. None of my skincare is about fighting acne. So I just want to put that out there. And if you are somebody with acne, cystic acne, adult acne, teenage acne, anything like that, there is a solution for you. I know it can be so hard to figure it out. I know it's super hard. So let's get into what I use. So the first thing that I use, I totally forgot to film myself washing my face. Oh my god, alright. So I don't have clips of me using these, but I will explain. So I have these three little treasures in here. These are the new cleansing oils, or some of them, from Lush. Now I have three different ones because I'm extra. You probably just need to use like one, like find one that you really like. So how I take off my makeup is with pure coconut oil. So I will just get a little bit, melt into my hands, go in, rub it all around until I feel like my makeup is like all loosened up, and then I take like a warm wet washcloth and wipe that all off. Now on days that I wear my makeup, I will use the teetotaler from like it's so skinny. Basically how you use these is these melt on your skin. So I go in and just rub this like all over my skin just to get like some on there, so like I'm not dragging my fingers around, just like enough to make it really easy to move. Go ahead, rub this in for like 60 seconds. I do double cleanse my face. I don't count the coconut oil as a cleansing step. That's how I remove my makeup. And then I start my double cleansing with the cleansing balms or cleansing oils from Lush. So yes, on the day I wear makeup, I will use the teetotaler because I just feel like tea tree like really cleans out makeup from my pores. And then I will go in with coalface. Now this is a little chunk that I have left. It used to be deli style basically at Lush, so I bought like a $7 chunk and I've had this for 6 months already. It's the coal-based cleansing bar. I use a Clarisonic, so I just kind of rub it into the Clarisonic head, and then I use my Clarisonic to wash my face. So anyway, I kind of got ahead of myself. So cleansing oil, teetotaler, rinse with water, wipe with like a wet washcloth, and then I go in with the Clarisonic with the foaming coalface. So that's my oil cleanse and then my water-based cleanse. On days that I don't wear makeup, I will typically use the Sleepy. This one's a little bit chunkier because it's my second one. I've already repurchased. I will just go in, you know, since I'm not wearing makeup, I'm not going to do the coconut thing. I just go in with this directly on my face, same thing. Wipe it with a wet washcloth, go in with coalface. On days that I'm super, super dry, super flaky, I use the Like a Virgin cleansing balm, the super, super hydrating one. Again, you don't need 3. Find one that you really like and just use one. I'm just super extra, so whatever. And then I just rinse, pat dry, and something that I did mention in my last nighttime routine is manuka honey. And I still do this. I actually was slacking for a little bit. Like, I usually do it every single day, and I started maybe doing it 2 or 3 times a week, and I saw a huge, like, drastic change in my skin. It was super dull. It was like way, way dry. We're getting into the hot, humid summer months, and my skin is getting drier. Cute. So yes, I'm back to doing the manuka honey mask every single night. Yes, every single night. You can leave it for up to 30 minutes. I usually only last like 15, 20 minutes. 15 is all you like really need. If you have the patience to leave it for 30 minutes, that's cool. Watch a TV show. That's awesome. Your dog is going to want to lick this off of your face. Do not let them. This was a fad on YouTube for a little bit, and maybe it died out, but I still swear by this. I got this huge one. This is from Costco, and I think it was like around the $30 mark. But this, I mean, honey, first of all, it never goes bad, so this is like such a good investment. This is the second one that I've bought. The other one probably lasted me, I would say like 8 or 9 months. Like, it lasted me a long time, maybe longer than that. Actually, it might have lasted me like closer to a year. Like, you really don't need that much. You really just want like a nice thin layer over your whole face. Leave it for 15 to 30 minutes. Rinse with warm water, and it does rinse off super easily. It's not like a pain to get off at all. It just like totally wipes away with like water, and then you just pat that bitch dry, and it's amazing. It's really good for acne. It's really good for like all skin types. It's just something that like feeds your skin. It helps your skin stay hydrated, and it helps with like overgrowth of bacteria and acne and all that good stuff, and it's super gentle and natural. So it's amazing. Today I did do a sheet mask because my skin has been going through it. I think it's a combination of a lot of things. The weather's changing, I'm getting stressed, there's a lot like happening in my life still. I can't really tell you all about it yet, but you will know what's going on. I pinky promise. I hate that. Wow, I feel like a YouTuber. So many YouTubers do that shit where they're like, I can't tell you, something secret's happening. But yeah, I want to tell like the whole world when things are official. I hate like putting things out there like, ooh, this might be happening, and then it like falls through and everyone's like, but what happened? So anyway, let's just put it this way. Your girl is stressed, and my skin definitely shows it, and it's been very dry. Basically since I got sick a few weeks ago, it's like it like got way worse. So I did do a sheet mask today. I don't do a sheet mask every single night. I really just kind of gauge where my skin is at. If I feel like I really need one, if I need like a nourishing one or a hydrating one, if I need a cleansing one, anything like that, I just gauge where my skin is that day, and I will do a sheet mask. Again, not every single night. Today I used the Garnier Anti-Fatigue one because that's like really what I needed. Okay. So the toner that I use at night is the Thayers Witch Hazel Aloe Vera formula with cucumber. I really love the Thayers stuff. It's super like pure, and there's no fragrance, there's nothing gross in it. It's just like witch hazel, or if it's like the rose or the lavender or cucumber, it's witch hazel and cucumber. Like, that's it. There's nothing like gross in it. So I swear by the witch hazel. It is wonderful. It's a great toner. It's great for tightening. It's great for hydration. It's a little bit of an astringent. It's not as strong a humectant as some other things, but it is classified as a humectant. So it's not only for like oily skin, it's good for dry skin too. And it's just a good balancer. Witch hazel balances out your dry and oily patches over time, so the longer you use it, the better your skin will get. And I just swear by the Thayers stuff. They have the stuff that you pour over, and then they have the spray. I like both. I just have the spray right now, but they're both good. On the days that I use that toner, I go in with this combination. A couple of my steps switch on and off, like one day this, one day that, one day this, one day that. So on the days where I use the witch hazel toner, I will then go in with the Ordinary lactic acid 10% plus HA. Every single day I use some sort of chemical exfoliant. So yeah, on the days that I use the witch hazel, I will then go in with the lactic acid, the BHA. So a way to keep in mind, because it can get a little bit confusing and overwhelming, that if something is at BHA, it's an exfoliating acid that works below the skin. BHA, below. That's not exactly what the B stands for, but it's just a good way to remember. It works below the skin. Lactic acid goes actually under your skin, into your pores, and it's the unglue. It gets those bad oils and dirt and grimes like out of deep within your pores, which is why I really love it, but it doesn't like interrupt any of the good stuff from getting down into your pores, if that makes sense. So that's wonderful. Now, every day I do use a exfoliating acid. I also use a lot of moisturizing products. So the one that I like to basically use in conjunction with lactic acid is 100% organic cold pressed rose hip seed oil, also from The Ordinary. I really trust The Ordinary as a brand. I love so many of their products. They're really, really great, and they have tons of options. I get mine from Sephora, but I'm pretty sure you can order them from a few different places online. And also I like rose hip because sometimes I feel like certain acids don't mix with other products very well. So for my skin personally, I like the way that lactic acid and rose hip work together. Like, I'll feel it the next morning. My skin feels like so super smooth and like supple and beautiful, and it looks very clear. Where like if I would mix lactic acid with hyaluronic acid, I don't like that combination. I like hyaluronic acid with something else that I use, which I'll get to in a second. I also really like the rose hip oil because it helps with scarring. I do have some scarring still, and I scar very easily. I still get hormonal breakouts on my chin, and they scar every single time because my skin, that's mostly hereditary. I just scar super easily, and rose hip oil helps with that. So the other combination that I do not do witch hazel, and I do not do a sheet mask. I just do the manuka honey, rinse it off, and then I go in with the Ordinary glycolic acid 7% toner, the pH 3.6 solution. This you just kind of squirt out onto a cotton pad and then wipe your face with it. So glycolic acid is an AHA, which again, that first A doesn't technically stand for above. It's just a good way to remember it. AHAs work above the skin. So this just like chemically exfoliates that top layer of skin. The thing that I love to mix with glycolic acid is hyaluronic acid. This is the Ordinary hyaluronic acid 2% with B5. B5 is a brightener. Again, it helps with scarring. And hyaluronic acid, it throws you off because it says it's an acid, but hyaluronic acid is a humectant. So just like I use the lactic acid with rose hip, so it's a acid with a hydrator, it's the same thing. I'm using the glycolic acid with a hydrator that happens to be called hyaluronic acid. Also has B5. This is a hydrator. So I'm always, every single time I'm using an acid, I'm using a hydrator in conjunction with it. That's how I get the best results from my acids, and how I feel like they're not gonna like dry me out or make my redness more intense. Now that's the complicated part's over. Then I go in with a serum. Now I'm not sure if you can do this with just any serum, especially because a lot of serums have like active ingredients in them, but because I use the what is this called? Full of Grace. But because I use Full of Grace from Lush, this is the solid facial serum. This is like a natural product. It doesn't have these like active like acids and all that stuff in it. This is like food for your skin. It's natural. It has shiitake mushrooms in it, which is like, again, just food for your skin. It helps with collagen production. Elasticity, gives you that bounce back, and it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful hydrator. I can use that with the acids because that's like a natural like chill product. I would not recommend like using the acids I use and then going in with a serum that has other acids in it, because a lot of them do. So just read the ingredients of like what you're using and make sure that you're not mixing too many acids and too many like synthetic active ingredients. That's when you really get into trouble, is when you're trying to mix so many active ingredients together. It gets real crazy. So yes, the Full of Grace, it's amazing. I don't use that in the morning because it can be a little bit heavy, but yeah, it's real good at night. So then I go in with my moisturizer. Right now ooh, I almost dropped it. Right now I'm using Celestial, again from Lush. Again, I just like this because, well, it's a really great moisturizer, but also I go for moisturizers because I do all of my active ingredients separate, like all the acids and all that way separate. I like a moisturizer to just be like chill. Like I just need something that's gonna moisturize my skin, kind of lock in all of the like other stuff that I put on and just give me like a nice barrier. And that's what this definitely does. Oh my god, I keep almost dropping it. That's what this definitely does. It's wonderful and it smells really good. It smells like vanilla. I like it. I still 100% stand by my Cetaphil, and I still keep it handy in case I'm just like feeling the Cetaphil that day. Or this one's a little bit like lighter on the skin than Celestial, so like I won't use Celestial in the morning or anything like that. I still use the Cetaphil, so wonderful. And like the last thing, so I have the CeraVe Eye Repair Cream. I freaking love this stuff. Like when it says eye repair, it means like eye repair. I have such dry skin, and around my eyes I feel like I can tell when it's really dry because it feels like tender to the touch because it's so thin and dry. It's like paper thin, and this like repairs it. It like plumps up that area. It makes it like not as tender, not as red, not as gross, not as crepey. It's like, this stuff is so good. It's a little heavy for during the day. That's why I only use it at night, and I use a different one during the day. My hand itches. But yeah, this stuff is so good, and it's like drugstore price. It's so good. And honestly, like dermatologists have only ever recommended me like the Cetaphil brand stuff or CeraVe stuff. So this stuff is like dermatologist recommended and trusted, so I trust this stuff. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Everything that I talked about will be listed down below, along with some links to a few videos from one of my favorite skincare channels. It's called Beauty Within. If y'all aren't already watching those videos, you need to watch those videos. They're so great. That channel is so good. So I'm gonna link a few videos, but also just like check out their channel because I really like the research that they do for certain products and stuff like that. And yeah, everything I use will be linked down below. My Instagram is down there. Other videos are down there, like my morning skincare routine will be down there. Everything is in the description bar. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that stuff. Comment down below what you want to see. I have some really fun makeup coming off of one very awesome request from one of my subbies, so I'm so excited about that. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. I say that a million times in every video. Whatever you are doing, just have a good one.